Beneath the shimmering surface of the ocean lies a world untouched by sunlight, a place where beauty and death intertwine in perfect harmony. It's a realm so vast, so mysterious, that humanity has explored less of it than the surface of the moon. Yet within its depths unseen eyes watch, hidden jaws wait, and ancient predators glide silently through the black abyss. This is not a world of peace. It's a kingdom ruled by creatures that have perfected the art of killing over millions of years. The ocean hides its monsters well. From a gentle ripple of a wave to the hypnotic dance of coral reefs, everything appears serene until it's not. A single movement beneath the blue, a shadow that shifts too fast to follow, a silence that suddenly feels alive. That's when the illusion shatters. That's when you realize the ocean doesn't belong to us. It never did. It belongs to predators who reign unseen in its eternal darkness. Imagine swimming in crystal clear waters, feeling the warmth of the sun above and the cool embrace of the sea around you. But below, only a few meters deeper, something stirs. It doesn't make a sound. It doesn't show its face. Not yet. Its patience is ancient. Its instinct unrelenting. It has survived since the dawn of life itself. You are a guest in its home, and one mistake, one wrong move could turn you from observer to prey. The deep sea has always been a place of fascination, but fascination often blinds us. We see the ocean as a paradise, a place of wonder, freedom, and escape. But in truth, it's a battlefield of survival, a theater of primal instinct where mercy doesn't exist. Every ripple hides a story of violence. Every current conceals a hunter waiting for its next meal. From sharks that strike with surgical precision to venomous creatures smaller than a human hand, the ocean is filled with silent assassins. They don't roar, they don't chase, they wait, they strike, and they disappear. Some use deception, others rely on raw speed and strength, and a few can kill without even touching you. And what makes them truly terrifying isn't just their power, it's their invisibility. You can't see them until it's too late. You can't hear them, you can't sense them. The ocean muffles every scream, swallows every drop of blood, and hides every trace of the hunt. Down there in the infinite blue, the laws of nature are written in hunger and fear. These are not just animals. They are survivors of evolution's cruelest test. Creatures that have adapted perfectly to a world where light fades and pressure crushes. They are the reason the ocean remains untamed, unpredictable, and unforgiving. From the shallows to the midnight zone, they roam like shadows of death. Silent guardians of a realm that resists human control. Tonight, we descend into their domain. We will uncover the truth behind the most feared predators of the deep, being so deadly that even the bravest divers whisper their names with respect. Each one has its story. Each one has earned its place among the ocean's deadliest. So, take a deep breath and hold it, because where we're going, the air is useless. In the depths of the ocean, survival belongs only to the ruthless. Welcome to the abyss, where life and death swim side by side, and where the most dangerous creatures of the oceans await. 8. The box jellyfish. It looks harmless, almost invisible, a delicate ghost drifting with the tide. Its translucent body moves with hypnotic grace, like a soul suspended between life and death. To the untrained eye, it's nothing but shimmer beneath the waves, a fleeting blur of glass. But the truth is far more sinister. This creature, known as the box jellyfish, is one of the most efficient killers in the natural world. Floating through the turquoise waters of the Indo-Pacific, it glides silently, indifferent, patient. It doesn't roar, it doesn't chase. It simply exists, waiting for something or someone to come too close. Its tentacles, nearly invisible in the water, are lined with thousands of microscopic harpoons. Tiny syringes filled with venom so powerful it can stop a human heart in minutes. When those threads brush against skin, the reaction is instant. The body burns as if fire has replaced the blood inside your veins. Victims have described the pain as blinding, beyond imagination, as though the ocean itself had turned into acid. Many don't even have time to scream. Within moments, paralysis sets in, the heart stops, and the waves close over what becomes just another silent tragedy of the sea. What makes it even more haunting is its beauty, fragile, weightless, and impossibly serene. It kills without noise, without fury, without even understanding the death it brings. It's nature's paradox. The most delicate thing in the ocean is also the most lethal. While other predators rely on speed, strength, or cunning, the box jellyfish needs none of that. Its elegance is its weapon. It floats, it waits, and the current delivers its victims right into its transparent arms. In Australia, lifeguards patrol beaches with vinegar bottles, not to fight sharks, but to neutralize the jellyfish's venom before it reaches the bloodstream. Entire stretches of coastline are closed off during jellyfish season, when the sea becomes a hunting ground for these unseen phantoms. Some people never even see what killed them. They feel a sting, lose control, and vanish beneath the water, leaving behind only silence and a faint trail of bubbles. There's something deeply unsettling about a creature so quiet, so graceful, capable of inflicting such devastation. It reminds us that in the ocean, appearances mean nothing. The deadliest threats aren't always those that roar or strike. Sometimes they simply drift unseen beneath the surface, waiting for the next pulse of life to cross their path. And when it does, the ocean claims another victim without a sound. 7, the stonefish. It doesn't move. It doesn't chase. It doesn't even breathe in a way you can see. It just waits, buried in the sand, still as death itself. To the eye, it's just another lump of coral, a rock, a forgotten piece of seafloor. But that illusion is its greatest weapon, because beneath that rough, lifeless surface hides one of the most venomous creatures on Earth, the stonefish. It lives where the line between safety and danger blurs completely, where a single careless step can turn a peaceful swim into agony beyond comprehension. Its camouflage is perfect. Every ridge, every texture mimics the coral reef around it. Divers glide past without suspicion, unaware that death is inches away. When a victim steps on it, the response is instant. Venomous spines erupt from its back, piercing flesh and injecting a toxin that destroys the body from within. The pain is not ordinary. Survivors describe it as if their bones were melting, as if their blood had turned into liquid fire. Some lose consciousness in the sheer intensity before help can even arrive. There's no warning, no growl, no flash of teeth, just a sudden realization that something beneath your foot is alive, and it's too late. The venom spreads fast, shutting down nerves, paralyzing muscles, suffocating the victim in waves of unbearable pain. In severe cases, the heart simply gives up. Without immediate treatment, the stonefish's sting can kill in less than an hour. And yet, the creature remains motionless afterward, indifferent to the chaos it causes, as if nothing had happened. It doesn't need to move. The ocean moves for it. What makes it even more horrifying is its intent, or rather, the lack of it. The stonefish doesn't attack out of hunger or fear. It kills by accident, by instinct. It doesn't even know you're there until your weight presses down on it, and then reflex takes over. It is the ocean's landmine, silent, invisible, and waiting. Once triggered, the outcome is always the same: pain, panic, and blood in the water. Even experts fear it. Marine biologists who study the stonefish handle it with surgical precision, aware that one mistake could end their lives. Locals in coastal regions wear thick boots just to walk through shallow waters, knowing that one wrong step could mean disaster. The stonefish has no natural predators, no reason to run or hide. Evolution has perfected it into a living trap, one that punishes curiosity and carelessness alike. It is a reminder that the ocean doesn't always attack from the shadows. Sometimes, danger lies beneath your very feet, disguised as a world around you. And in that moment, when the pain strikes and your body locks up, the sea feels colder, darker, as if it's reclaiming what never truly belonged to you. 6. The blue-ringed octopus. It's small, barely the size of a golf ball, but inside that tiny, trembling body lurks enough venom to end 20 human lives. The blue-ringed octopus is a paradox of the ocean, fragile yet fatal, mesmerizing yet merciless. At first glance, it's beautiful. Its skin glows with soft yellows and browns as it crawls along the sand, gentle and harmless, almost shy. But when it feels threatened, when danger comes too close, a terrifying transformation begins. Bright electric blue rings pulse across its body, glowing like warning lights from the abyss. A silent message that death is seconds away. Unlike the monsters of the deep, The blue-ringed octopus doesn't rely on size, strength, or speed. Its power is chemical, invisible, absolute. Hidden within its saliva is tetrodotoxin, one of the deadliest substances known to science. A dose so small it could fit on a pinhead is enough to stop your breathing completely. There's no antivenom, no cure, no second chance. Once the toxin enters your bloodstream, your muscles begin to fail one by one, while your mind remains terrifyingly alert. Victims often describe the horror of being paralyzed, fully conscious but unable to move, speak, or breathe, trapped inside their own body as the ocean swallows them whole. It doesn't attack out of rage or hunger. It strikes only when touched, when provoked, when curiosity becomes fatal. Many divers and beachgoers are mistaken for a toy, enchanted by its shimmering rings, reaching out to hold in their hands. Their last mistake. Within moments, the tingling begins, followed by numbness, dizziness, and then silence. The heart slows, the lungs stop, and the world fades to black. The creature doesn't flee or hide. It simply drifts away, carrying its deadly secret in peace. Its beauty is deceptive, a masterpiece painted by evolution to warn us, though few ever listen. Even scientists who study it do so with trembling hands, aware that one careless touch could be the end. It embodies the ocean's cruelest truth. Danger often comes wrapped in wonder. The same colors that make it mesmerizing are the same that mark it as lethal, a contradiction carved perfectly into nature's design. The blue-ringed octopus reminds us that the ocean is not a playground. It's an ancient world governed by rules far older than our understanding. Down there, curiosity can kill faster than fear. And in the silence of the sea, as those glowing rings fade back into the darkness, life and death blur together once again, leaving nothing but bubbles and the echo of a beauty too deadly to touch. 5. The Great White Shark. It begins with silence. Then a shadow. Deep below, something vast moves, not with chaos, but with purpose. The water bends around it, a force of nature wrapped in muscle and instinct. The Great White Shark. The name alone is enough to stir ancient fear, a primal memory written into human DNA. For centuries, this creature has haunted the edges of our imagination, the unseen shape beneath the waves, the hunter that rules without mercy. And when it strikes, there is no warning, no time to understand what's happening. One moment, there's calm. The next, the sea turns red. The great white is not just a predator. It's precision in motion. Every line of its body has been sculpted by millions of years of evolution for one purpose: to kill efficiently. Its eyes are black, cold, and unreadable, yet behind them lies an intelligence as sharp as its teeth. It senses the faintest vibrations, the smallest drop of blood from miles away. And when it locks onto a target, it moves with terrifying speed, accelerating through the water like a torpedo. The impact alone can break bones. Then come the jaws, a perfect weapon line with serrated blades capable of cutting through flesh, bone, and fear itself. But the true horror lies not in its brutality, but in its patience. The great white doesn't mind waiting. It circles first, watching, learning. It attacks when the victim least expects it. From below, from behind, from the silence. When it bites, it doesn't always finish the kill immediately. Sometimes it releases its prey, letting the blood cloud the water, letting panic spread. Then it returns, guided by instinct and scent, to claim what's left. There's a cruel intelligence in that method. A hunter that doesn't just kill to eat, but to dominate its realm through terror. For divers, seeing a great white in the wild is an experience that strips away arrogance. Behind the safety of the cage, you realize how fragile you are, how thin the barrier truly is between life and death. One wrong move, one misjudged distance, and the ocean's most feared predator could end your existence in seconds. Yet what makes it more unsettling is that it isn't evil, it's perfect. It doesn't kill out of hatred or pleasure. It kills because it must, because that's what survival demands in the endless blue void. There are countless stories. Surfers pulled under in the blink of an eye, divers who felt the water shift and looked down to see the face of death rising from the deep. Some survive, scarred forever, carrying with them the memory of the moment when nature reminded them of their place in the food chain. The ocean does not negotiate. It does not forgive. And the great white shark is its messenger, the embodiment of beauty, violence, and inevitability. In the open sea, where the horizon stretches endlessly, there's always a chance that something is watching from below. You won't hear it. You won't see it. You'll only feel it. The change in the water, the silence before the storm. That's when you'll know you've entered its world. And in its world, mercy does not exist. For the saltwater crocodile, the surface of the water is still, quiet, almost serene. But beneath that calm mirror hides something ancient, something that has survived unchanged for over 200 million years. The saltwater crocodile is not a creature of the past. It is the past, a living fossil, older than humanity itself, perfected by time into a machine of patience, power, and primal fury. It waits in silence, half submerged, its eyes and nostrils breaking the surface like two fragments of the night. You won't see it until it's already too late. And by then, the water will have already closed around you. Unlike sharks that patrol the open sea, the saltwater crocodile rules the edges, the murky border between land and ocean, where rivers kiss the sea and shadows blur. It doesn't chase its prey. It studies it. It memorizes patterns. When fishermen return, when herds cross, when people bathe. It can remain motionless for hours, even days, with its heartbeat slowing to almost nothing, conserving energy for one perfect, explosive strike. When that moment comes, it moves with impossible speed, faster than the human eye can process, a violent blur of muscle and teeth erupting from the stillness. The force of its jaws is legendary. Measured at over 3,700 pounds per square inch, it's the strongest bite of any living creature. Bones shatter, flesh tears, and the victim is pulled into a death roll, a spinning, drowning spiral that disorients and destroys. There is no escape. It doesn't kill quickly. It kills completely. The water churns for a moment, then goes still again, as if nothing ever happened. The predator returns to silence, its hunger satisfied, its secret safe beneath the muddy surface. Its territory stretches from the coast of Southeast Asia to northern Australia, a vast, invisible empire ruled through fear and instinct. Locals tell stories of people vanishing without a sound, their last footprints leading into the water and ending abruptly. Even boats aren't always safe. These monsters have been known to attack out of pure dominance, testing their power against anything that dares to intrude. They don't just hunt for food, they defend their reign. And what makes it truly terrifying is its intelligence. The saltwater crocodile remembers. It learns. Once it has marked a territory or recognized a potential threat, it adapts. It can ambush in different locations, track prey over distances, and even use floating debris for cover. It's not just instinct, it's calculation. A predator that has evolved not just to survive, but to rule. The scariest truth is that it doesn't belong to the deep ocean, yet it's just as much a part of it as any shark or jellyfish. It moves between worlds, land and sea, claiming both as its own. And while we stand on the shore, thinking we're safe, it watches from the murk, still as stone, waiting for the perfect moment to remind us that the ocean has many faces, and some of them have teeth older than time itself. 3. The cone snail. It doesn't swim fast, it doesn't chase, and it doesn't roar. In fact, it barely moves at all. The cone snail is the ocean's quietest killer, a creature so small and unassuming that many people mistake it for a harmless seashell. Its shell gleams with hypnotic patterns, swirls of gold, ivory, and amber that shimmer beneath the water like jewelry scattered across the sand. But beauty, as always in the ocean, is a mask. Hidden inside that delicate spiral lives one of the most venomous assassins on Earth. The cone snail hunts with a weapon unlike any other. From the tip of its body extends a long, harpoon-like tooth, razor-sharp and loaded with a cocktail of neurotoxins so potent that it can paralyze a fish in less than a second. It doesn't chase its prey. It simply waits, poised in the sand, before striking with lightning speed. The harpoon shoots out, pierces flesh, and delivers a dose of venom that shuts down the nervous system instantly. The prey freezes mid-motion, unable to move, breathe, or escape, while the snail leisurely drags it toward its mouth. It is the slowest predator in the world, and yet the most efficient. For humans, the danger comes from ignorance. Beachcombers and divers pick up these beautiful shells, unaware that the creature inside is alive and armed. The sting is almost invisible, just a pinprick at first. But within moments, numbness spreads to the body, muscles collapse, vision blurs. Victims remain fully conscious while their bodies betray them, trapped in silent paralysis, unable to cry for help as their lungs stop working. The venom has no antidote. Death can arrive quietly, peacefully even, like falling asleep under the waves. What makes the cone snail truly nightmarish is its chemistry. Scientists have discovered that each species produces a unique venom, a complex blend of hundreds of toxins that attack the body in different ways. Some block pain, others shut down nerves, and a few are so powerful that even a single drop could kill dozens of people. The irony? Those same toxins are being studied for medicine to create drugs that could one day cure chronic pain. A creature that kills in silence may one day also heal. Nature's darkest designs often carry its greatest secrets. In the wild, even predators give the cone snail space. Fish, crabs, and other hunters seem to know instinctively that this fragile shell hides something that shouldn't be disturbed. It is a reminder that the ocean's deadliest weapons don't always come with teeth or speed. Sometimes they fit in the palm of your hand. So the next time you walk along a tropical beach and spot a gleaming shell half buried in the sand, remember, beauty in the ocean can be fatal. That spiral shape, that soft shimmer, it might be calling you closer, inviting your touch. But once the harpoon strikes, there is no turning back. The ocean doesn't need monsters to kill. Sometimes, all it needs is silence and a single drop of venom. 2. The Portuguese man-o'-war. It looks like something from another world. A translucent sail floating gracefully across the waves, shimmering in blues and purples, catching the sunlight like glass. It's mesmerizing, almost beautiful, drifting silently on the ocean surface. But the Portuguese man-o'-war is not a single creature. It's an army, a colony of organisms fused together, each performing a deadly function with perfect harmony. It is not alive in the way we understand life. It is a living weapon, a collection of killers moving as one, enslaved by instinct and bound by poison. Beneath that delicate sail trail long, ghostly tentacles that can stretch more than 30 meters. Silent threads of death drifting just below the surface. Each is armed with thousands of stinging cells, each cell containing venom powerful enough to kill small animals instantly and leave humans screaming in agony. When those tentacles brush against flesh, they don't simply sting. They latch, wrapping around the body like living wire, delivering shock after shock of electric pain. The venom burns through skin, attacks the nervous system, and can trigger heart failure in severe cases. Even detached tentacles, floating freely in the water or wash ashore, remain deadly for days. People see it and mistake it for a jellyfish, a mistake that has cost many their lives. Swimmers have unknowingly entered waters filled with these creatures, only to feel the lash of invisible agony. The pain is indescribable, sharp, electric, and relentless, spreading through the body in waves that blur the line between consciousness and madness. Victims thrash helplessly, tangled in the creature's unseen threads, their screams drowned by the roar of the surf. The ocean becomes a trap, beautiful, glistening, and merciless. What makes the Portuguese man-o'-war so horrifying isn't just its venom, it's its deception. It doesn't hunt, it doesn't chase. It simply drifts, carried by the wind and current, letting the sea deliver its victims. It's nature's perfect illusion, something that looks harmless, passive, even fragile, but hides death beneath its beauty. Its existence is proof that the ocean doesn't need monsters of muscle or teeth to terrify us. Sometimes, the most graceful things are the most cruel. Even sailors of old feared it. They named it after the warships of the 15th century, elegant, majestic, and deadly from afar. Stories tell of entire beaches littered with its victims, of ships that avoided certain waters because the sea shimmered strangely with blue light. Today, even with all our knowledge, it remains a symbol of the ocean's unpredictability, of how little control we truly have. To watch it drift is to watch a lie in motion. It glides peacefully, indifferent to the suffering it causes, moved by forces beyond its control, just as we are, in a way, drawn toward the things that will destroy us. In the ocean, beauty is often the first sign of danger. And when the Portuguese man-o'-war appears, it doesn't need to chase anyone. The ocean itself brings the prey. One, the tiger shark. The ocean shifts, dark and endless, and beneath the surface moves a predator older than most human civilizations. The tiger shark is not a ghost or a fleeting shadow. It is a force of nature, a perfect embodiment of the ocean's indifference to life. Its body is massive, sleek, striped like the jungle predator it's named after, and built for speed, power, and precision. It doesn't lurk in one place. It roams vast territories, following the currents and scents of the sea, a silent judge of what lives and what dies. To see it coming is a privilege few ever experience, and to feel its power is to understand fear itself. Unlike other hunters, the tiger shark is indiscriminate. Its jaw is a graveyard, capable of biting through shells, bones, and metal with equal ease. It is called the garbage eater of the ocean, consuming whatever crosses its path, whether animal, human, or debris. There is no ritual, no hesitation, only the efficiency of a predator that knows nothing but hunger, survival, and instinct. Divers and fishermen whisper stories of ships found torn, nets shredded, and the water stained with the invisible proof of its presence. It is the ultimate scavenger, the final arbiter of the sea. What makes the tiger shark truly terrifying is its patience and cunning. It doesn't always strike immediately. It circles, it observes, it calculates. It can sense vibrations and chemical traces from miles away, analyzing the situation with cold, mechanical instinct. When it attacks, it does so with such precision that escape is nearly impossible. There is no warning, no roar, no flash. Only a rush of water, the sudden appearance of jaws, and inevitable. Death comes quietly, efficiently, as though the ocean itself decided a life was no longer needed. Legends tell the tiger shark's capacity to swallow anything that moves, turtles, birds, even other sharks. But it does not attack for sport. It is a survivor, a creature evolved to thrive where few others can. Its stripes and streamlined body make it a ghost in the shadows, blending with the waves until it chooses to reveal itself. Humans are not its primary target, but when curiosity brings us too close, the consequences are swift and absolute. Its presence alone commands respect, fear, and awe. The tiger shark earns the #1 spot because it is not just deadly, it is unpredictable, relentless, and universal. No other ocean predator combines size, strength, cunning, and versatility in such a terrifying package. It embodies the ocean's duality, alluring yet lethal, mysterious yet undeniable. To encounter a tiger shark is to feel the raw pulse of nature's law, a reminder that in the sea, there are rulers and everything else is prey. In the end, it is not the teeth, the speed, or even the hunger that makes a tiger shark the most dangerous. It is its perfect balance of all these elements, honed by millions of years of evolution. It is a silent monarch, the ultimate apex predator, and the ocean's final warning. Where it swims, there is no certainty, no control, no mercy, only the immutable rhythm of predator and prey, life and death, forever entwined beneath the waves. So, did you ever imagine that the oceans are home to predators so silent, so lethal, that they can kill without a sound or warning? The truth is, the world still hides dark secrets, and what you've seen today is only the beginning. In the next episode, we will dive even deeper into mysteries more disturbing and shocking, creatures and forces that could completely change the way you see nature and even life itself. If you want, I can now compile the full mini-documentary script, from the introduction to the countdown to this cliffhanger, formatted for smooth narration. It would be ready for recording. Do you want me to do that?